Hi, fellow YouTubers and hopefully fellow rotator cuff surgery recovery friends. My name is Jen and I am in week 12 post-op from my rotator cuff surgery, arthroscopic shoulder surgery. And I know I have a couple videos up, but the last one I posted was week 6, so I've missed 6 weeks of updates. So this may be a little bit long, but at least I'm going to show you where I'm at today, give you hope if you are just starting your recovery process or you even haven't gone to your surgery yet, and tell you a few things that I have found helpful along the way. So to give you a recap of what my surgery was, I had a complete tear in my supraspinatus. I also had bicep tenodesis. I had a tear in my bicep. He did put one anchor in for the complete tear. I also had arthritis in my shoulder joint. So there was some clavicle resection. There was something done with the humeral head. I can't remember what it was. I also had a very large bone spur with calcium deposits on my back that was removed. I am 46 years old, and my PA told me that's the largest bone spur with calcium deposits that she's seen on somebody my age. So that is not a good sign. We do not have a history of osteoarthritis in our family, but we do have a history of arthritis in our family. So got to increase my calcium intake and bone health and joint health. So as you can see, there is no sling. Some of you will have to wear your sling for 2 weeks, some will have to wear it for 4, and some will have to wear it 6. It all depends on how bad your tear was and what else they have done. It all depends on your doctor's preference. Some of you may have the little pillow. I had the metal bracket, the abductor piece. You may be placed here, you may be placed here. It's all what is getting done and where your doctor wants your arm. The first 2 weeks are rough, very, very, very rough. You're gonna do nothing but ice and you're gonna just try to sleep because sleep is still very difficult. I am in week 12. I finally no longer have to sleep at an incline. I've been like that for about 3 weeks or so. I'm actually sleeping almost flat on my back. I do have a cervical pillow. I can sleep on my surgical side, which is my right side, and that's the side that I'm most comfortable on. I still have a little bit of fear in my brain about it, so I will kind of start, but then I'll go back to sleeping on my back. It'll probably take quite a while before I'm fully comfortable sleeping on my right side again, but there's hope, and I'm getting good sleep, so I know it's rough in the first couple weeks. We are almost in the final stretch of physical therapy. We are just working on getting the last little bits of ROM and my strength back. This is my left arm. This is the non-surgical side. And as you can see, I can get it up just like this. This is my right arm. I have to try to make sure that I'm not hiking my shoulder up, getting it closer in front of my body and getting my elbow straight. So as you can see, this is where we're at. We did an assessment last week and I measured at like 131 to 132% ROM, and I need to be at 145 to 150% for functionality. Another thing that we're working on is flexing at the elbow. It's not really difficult to do when you have no resistance, but when I go to physical therapy, we're using the yellow elastic band and it feels like I'm trying to pull 100 pounds across my body. Right now, I can get my arm, I'm gonna say a good 60% on the ROM because it's gonna be like 90%. This is where my left arm can do fine. So this is my right. And make sure that I don't twist my body when I do it. This is one of the difficult ones. It doesn't seem difficult right now, but like I said, when you have to do resistance bands or when you lay down and your PT makes you do it on your side, it seems a little bit more difficult, and you get a 1 pound weight. Well, you'll work from 0 to 1 pound. The other thing we're doing is working on getting my arm behind my back. This is my left. My left can go all the way up into my C. This is my right. And I think I want to say it's up in the T4. I actually can get my hands to touch behind my back, not right here. I have to try to get it higher up in the shoulder blade. We're trying to get do this. So they measured it at T6 last week. I'm going to say I'm probably at a T4. We won't do an assessment until probably Thursday because 1 week from Thursday is my 14-week follow-up, and I'm going to be telling the doctor that I will be going back to work. I have a standing desk job where I do a lot of computer work. Occasionally I have to get on a piece of power equipment, and I have to have the ability to lift anything heavy up. I know my company is not expecting me to lift heavy stuff when I first come back, but I have to be able to have the ability to be able to lift. Can't really go in with restrictions. As for outside of physical therapy, what I'm doing is I'm going to the Y and I go to the pool. I find that water therapy is very beneficial. I'm not doing swimmer strokes. I wasn't really a swimmer when I was a kid. I just go play in the pool or the lake, but I'm getting there. But what I found great is you can buy these on Amazon for like $20. If you go to the YMC, they might already have something similar to this. They're foam weights. They don't even weigh, I don't think, a pound a piece. But when you're in the water and you're doing your physical therapy, you've got that back and forth motion. You've got the weight of the water supporting you. So actually I can find my ROM is a little bit higher when I'm in the water, but it's not where it's supposed to be outside of the water. But once you get the okay from your doctor or your physical therapist that you can go into the swimming pool, then go for it. I recommend it. That's my personal preference. Something, if you're in the middle of your recovery, you might already be familiar with at physical therapy is this dowel rod. You can go to any local hardware store and get one. You just want one about that thick, or you could use a broom handle if you want. But it's really great on trying to do this. And I have a little difficulty when they have me laying down on the table, and he was trying to do a quick assessment last Thursday, and he was pulling my arm back and pushing it down, and it really hurt because the tear was in the supraspinatus, which is right here. I'm getting there. Sometimes in the morning, I do find it difficult to do this for washing my hair, but I just do it. I just get in there and I do it. The heat from the water and just the motion actually starts loosening stuff up. So I'm making progress. A piece of advice for anybody that either hasn't done it yet or you're starting, increase your protein. Protein is a muscle builder. If you're a meat eater, if you're a carnivore, more chicken, more salmon, more tuna. If you are a plant-based person you're vegan or vegetarian, beans is a good source of protein along with peanut butter. If you have eggs, go ahead and put eggs in your diet. But I find this as a great supplement, collagen peptides. This doesn't have any flavor, so I throw it in my water along with my energy mix that I have. They do have a plant-based version. I am a plant-based flexitarian. I don't eat red meat except for maybe 1 or 2 servings a month to keep my iron up. I pretty much chicken, salmon, tuna, and anything that is made of soy. The veggie burgers, the fake chicken, as everybody calls it. I try to make that choice. But the thing is, you can't get the amount of protein from a plant-based diet as you can with an animal-based diet. So you'll have to add supplements if you are vegan or vegetarian. I decided to go with the animal-based one because, like I said, I'm a flexitarian. I can go either way on my diet. So I recommend doing that. Also adding maybe even protein shakes, muscle milk, protein powders to your diet. Anything to increase your protein. You only have to do this for a few weeks. You don't have to have massive amounts of protein for the rest of your life. Just a few weeks, because you are going to have that muscle atrophy for the first 2 to 4 weeks where you're not going to be able to do anything. But maybe if your home PT is doing the pendulum swing or doing this a little bit, or putting your shirt on, taking your shirt off, or taking a shower. So There you go. I don't think I have any other recommendations except for just keep up with your physical therapy at home. Oh, I do go to the gym, like I said, and I am on the machines. I do not add any extra weight to the machines except for a couple exercises that are focusing on my arms, but they're not focusing on the muscles that are part of this. More of like the triceps. There was no damage to my triceps, so I have a higher weight when I'm doing tricep push downs or extensions. I am doing the rear delt pec fly. As you can see, my motion is everywhere. My arm can go everywhere it can go. This is once you get past the 8 and 10 week mark. Once you get into the second phase of physical therapy, which is where you're going to be doing isometric exercises, and you will eventually add the weight. If you were somebody that was a heavy weightlifter beforehand, when you're given the okay to go back, please do not go back to the weight that you had before your injury. Go pick up the 1 pound weight, the 2 pound weight, the 5 pound weight, and work yourself up there slowly. Don't feel embarrassed because, hey, you used to be able to bench 150 pounds. You won't even be able to pick up the barbell. You will not be able to pick it up. You got to keep working out your other arm that didn't have the surgery. You got to keep working it out, but you don't want to be doing the full weight of what you were doing before, because otherwise you're going to have a bicep this big, where over here your bicep's like this small. I have been told from other people that have had this surgery that does take about a year to get your muscles evened out. I think if you really look at me, you can kind of see that this is up a little bit higher because I'm very dependent on my shoulder. But that is it for my update. I hope everything that I've said helps you, and I hope it gives you hope. So have a great day.